My name's Angelica. I have been at the Abba House for 18 months. My life before Abba House was, I was a heroin addict. I was living in the streets and in and out of hotels in Atlanta. I didn't have any family. I had lost custody of my children. I was broken. I was in an abusive relationship. This man had tried to kill me a few times, and I basically had just given up. I had lost all hope. I thought that I could never get any better. This was just who I was, and that it's just what it was going to be for me. All I could do was cry out, and I cried out to God, and I prayed to Him to help me, to save me. You know, I was like, if you're listening, because I didn't even know, you know, if He was even real at that point, and if He was, I didn't think He was for me, you know. So a couple hours later, sitting in this lonely hotel room by myself, I received a phone call telling me that he wrecked his car and he was now in jail. So my prayer was for God to not just save me, but to save this man too. So with that, He saved my life, and He also saved this man's life. He put him in jail, but that's, you know, what he needed. So he was safe too. When I realized what had happened, that God did intervene, and He listened, He heard me, and He answered my prayer, I was like, wow, okay. I think it's time for me to not try to do this on my own anymore. I completely surrendered all my will, and God was speaking to me, and He was telling me to do what I needed to do to get out of the streets, and that was to turn myself into jail. I had a few warrants that I'd been running from, so turn myself in. I was awaiting my court date, and I was okay with going to prison, because I was just like, this is just what it's going to be, but I'm safe, you know, and I'm okay right now. But God had other plans for me. It was just so meant to be how He lined up how I got here. Like, He sent me an attorney who really cared, and he fought for me, because the DA was not for me getting to go to a program. He was just ready to send me to prison. They were tired of seeing me in and out of the court. So he fought for me, and then he sent me a mentor to come start seeing me, minister to me in jail from the Out of Darkness program. So he had me released to the Out of Darkness program, and Out of Darkness found Abba House for me. I came to Abba House. I was broken. I was scared. I didn't trust anyone. I didn't even talk to anyone. I found it very hard to just even open my mouth and talk, because, you know, just the world had taught me I couldn't trust anyone. But this place has loved me back to life, and it's given me a safe place where I could just sit and rest and work on myself and get to know the Lord and allow Him to heal my heart. I lost custody of my 3 youngest boys, and my other 3 children, they live with other family members. So God has really been helping me work on myself so that I can rebuild relationships with my children. And here recently, my oldest son, Jacob, has come to live with me. And I know that is God, because when I first got here, I thought I had no rights to even be their mother anymore. I had completely ruined it. There was no hope, and I didn't deserve them. That's, you know, the lies that I was believing, and it's been so amazing. It's just so amazing, all the doors that He's been opening lately, all my answered prayers. Pull someone who was like, I seen myself as the worst of the worst. I was a heroin, IV drug user. You know, I would get so dope sick that I couldn't even leave the hotel room. I just couldn't function at all. So I was just the worst of the worst. And now to look at me today, I remember thinking back then, I was like, I just want to be sober. I want to live a normal life. I want to be a good person. And here I am. I've made it. What I thought was impossible, God showed me that He can make all things possible. All things, and it's just so amazing.